First, we'll look at Power BI report publishing. InfoBurst can support the bursting, publishing, and delivery of both Power BI reports and paginated reports. Here we have in the Power BI portal a Power BI report. This sample report contains region data, and our goal is to burst this report by region and then send each resulting region report to a different destination, different recipients, and different formats. This particular report has multiple pages with different content, and InfoBurst has the ability to pick and choose which pages are delivered as part of the resulting content. So in InfoBurst, I have added both the sales by region report, and also I've added a Power BI paginated report, performance by region. And I'll now set up to burst these reports, publish them, and deliver them. So we're going to create a new burst, and we'll call this burst region reports burst. We'll add our two Power BI reports, our Power BI report and paginated report. And the first report is sales by region, and our goal is to burst this report by region. So to do this, we can drive the bursting process with a list of values from a data source. That data source might be the results of a database query or data from an Excel file. In this example, I'll be using a built-in multi-column list where we have a simple table of data, and we'll use values from the region column to drive the filtering of the Power BI report by region. And then for one of the deliveries, we'll use the email column to deliver each resulting region report to the appropriate email recipient. So let's start with the filter. Here we're going to add a filter on region, where the values will come from the data source, which is the data table we just saw. And we'll be pulling the list of region values from that data source. We'll add that. Now we'll add a few deliveries for this sales by region report. We have the ability to, for a single report, publish in multiple formats and deliver to multiple destinations. So first we'll add a delivery, an email delivery, and we'll call this PNG email. We're going to send this to an email recipient. Here you can see all of the destinations to which we can send our Power BI reports. Email recipients, InfoBurst has its own built-in portal. We can send content there. We support SharePoint, several different cloud drives, and different types of FTP, including secure FTP. Here we'll select email. And in this case, we're not entering an email address manually. Instead, we're pulling the value or email addresses from our data source dynamically. So to do this, we're going to tell InfoBurst, look for email addresses in the column called email. And at runtime, InfoBurst will select the email address based on that region bursting value. So that's our recipient. Here, our format, we'll select PNG just as an example. Power BI formats include PDF, PNG, and PowerPoint. And here, if necessary, we can pick and choose which pages we'd like to include in the resulting delivery. So users can exclude, maybe I want page 1, or maybe just pages 2 and 3, right? We have the ability to pick and choose. So we'll save that delivery. That was an example of adding a delivery manually where we made selections about destination and format. InfoBurst also provides the ability to use what are called templates, where a user or administrator can predefine a delivery, save it as a template, and then users can use that template when building their bursts. So I'm going to add a second delivery from a template, where that template is designed to send the Power BI report content in PDF format to the InfoBurst portal. I also have in this burst a Power BI paginated report. Paginated reports have parameters. So here I can supply a list of parameter values either manually or again from a data source like a query or Excel. Here I'll just add a few values manually for demonstration purposes. We'll just say Asia and Europe. Multipass that. Save. Here we'll add a delivery for our Power BI paginated report. In this example, we'll send the report to a network folder. So we'll just call this PDF, or we'll call this Excel network. We'll select a destination folder. And then I'd like to deliver this into a folder that is named for the burst, which is region reports burst. So here I'm going to use a macro. InfoBurst macros are placeholders that we can use to insert information for purposes of custom naming files, folders, email subjects, and so forth. So here I'm going to use a macro called burst, which will insert the name of the burst in the resulting folder name. I'll click apply there. And then here I will customize the file name. So let's create a custom file name, and we'll call this region report 4, and then we'll include the region value, which is our parameter value, and then maybe a formatted date stamp. Here we'll say we want today's date, and we'll add a format to that, today, something like that, and we'll save that. For this example, we'll be publishing in Excel. These are the available formats for Power BI paginated: PDF, CSV, Excel, HTML, PNG, and PowerPoint. Here I'll select the Excel option. InfoBurst has the ability, when publishing Excel, to add what are called extensions, where we can augment the Excel produced by Power BI. We can add column level filters, row level grouping. We can auto-fit Excel columns to the data, freeze panes, and we can even delete select columns. So we'll save that delivery. So once we've configured the report bursting and delivery to requirements, then we can go on to schedule the burst. So here we'll create a new schedule for this burst. And this is a list of all the frequencies available for scheduling. We have high frequency schedules every so many minutes, hours, or days. We can schedule on a daily basis. InfoBurst can schedule based on external events, where those events might be the presence of a trigger file on the network or the results of a database query. InfoBurst can also schedule using date macros for more specific scheduling requirements. So things like first day in month, last day in quarter. These macros support math, so we could say we want first day in quarter plus 3 days, just as an example. InfoBurst has custom calendars. Users can create their own custom calendars using business scheduling rules and then reuse those calendars when creating schedules. In this example, we'll set up a daily schedule. We'll say Monday through Friday, maybe 6 a.m. And that's that. Let's take a look at the results of that burst. So that burst sent content to several destinations. First, we sent content to email recipients. In this mail client, I have the 3 different recipients defined in our data source, and each recipient received a different version of the same Power BI report bursted by region. Here, user Bryan got the region report for just Asia data and the various pages from that report. John received the same report but with Europe data, and Paul here received the Mideast version of that same report. And again, this is the PNG format, where we're able to embed the PNG image in the message body, where the user can see the report content in the message. We also deliver this report into the InfoBurst portal. So here we can see the sales by region report. This version is PDF, where this report was bursted by region. So we have the Europe version, the Middle East version, the Asia version. The InfoBurst portal natively supports versioning, so users can go back and view past versions of this same report. Then we have our Power BI paginated report delivery, which was sent to a network folder in Excel format. We bursted for 2 region values, Asia and Europe. These are the resulting files. Next, we'll look at InfoBurst data management for Power BI. InfoBurst can take data from a variety of sources, including business objects, web intelligence, or a business objects universe. It can pull in data from a database query, a view, a stored procedure. We can pull data from Excel and even a SharePoint list, convert that data to a Power BI dataset, and deliver it into Power BI service for use in a report. In this example, we'll look at data from Business Objects Web Intelligence. So we'll select our Web to Power BI workflow. This is a guided process where we will select our Business Objects platform. From that platform, we'll select a Web Intelligence report. From the demo folder, we'll select City Sales Metrics. If the report had prompts, the user can supply prompt values either manually or from a data source. Next, we'll select our delivery for the data set. This is going to our Power BI platform. We'll deliver into a workspace. Here we'll deliver into the InfoBurst workspace. And we can optionally name the Power BI dataset. We'll call this Webby dataset. With Web Intelligence, we have options to pull data from either the report tab level, where we can pick and choose one or more report tabs. We can pull data from the query. If the report has one or more queries, we can pull data from those queries. Here I'll use the report level data. Then we go on to schedule our data set using all the scheduling options that we saw previously. In this example, we'll say we want the data set on the 1st and 15th of the month, say 10 a.m. And that's it. We can run that and view the result. And in Power BI, we go into Data Sets and Data Flows and refresh. Here we can see our Webby dataset. And from there, we can go on to create our Power BI report using our Web Intelligence data. Here we have the Detail tab objects, the Summary tab objects that we can then use to create our Power BI report. InfoBurst also has the ability to schedule native Power BI datasets. These are datasets that were not created by InfoBurst. So here I can add a dataset from Power BI to InfoBurst. We'll select our city orders dataset. And from there, we can add the data set to an InfoBurst schedule where we can use the advanced scheduling features like event-based scheduling, macro-based scheduling, custom calendars.